Hi gamers, and welcome to viewing my humble PC Engine game collection. As usual, I always say in these collection videos that these are a work in progress, and PC Engine is no different. I do have lots of games on the shopping list, but this really is a humble collection, just 22 games here in total. But hey, it's a start. The PC Engine originally came out rivaling the Famicom or the NES in Japan, but soon was head-to-head with the Genesis and Super Nintendo. This was released in the US called SuperGrafx 16, in Japan PC Engine, like I said. But it was never officially released in Europe. They did some importing of the machine to here, but it was never really a thing over here. Nobody pretty much knew that it existed, so it was just Japan and North America basically. It didn't do that well in North America, but in Japan, yeah, it really was a nice rival to Mega Drive or Genesis over there, but did not win Super Nintendo, of course. But still, lots of really cool games come out for it. Some really fantastic 2D gaming on the PC Engine for sure. But let's check out what games I have here, again in alphabetical order. First up, Bomberman. And yeah, good old Bomberman. This was playable with 5 players on the same screen with the 5-player multi-tap, so a really nice version of Bomberman. The games originally came out in these hue cards, as they were called, these credit card sized cards, and later they also did a CD add-on, and after that it was they released several different revisions of the hardware and many games. As you can see from here, there's the CD-ROM hue card, Super CD-ROM, and all sorts of stuff. So many games didn't play on various systems, so you had to be careful. Especially now, just do a little bit of research into what system you should get in order to play all of the games. Then we have Bomberman Panic Bomber. This isn't a battling Bomberman game. This is a puzzle game, and really a fun one at that. Then we have Castlevania Rondo of Blood, and this is of course one of the more sought after games on the PC Engine. Of course, now it's been released on the PSP and whatnot, but still this is a really desirable game on the original platform here. It was an exclusive for many years, and lots of bootlegs of this game floating around, but mine is original for sure. I was really careful when buying this off eBay. A gorgeous game, really one of the if not, this is probably the best old school Castlevania, meaning that before this series went more in the adventure route with after Super Metroid was introduced, and they made the Metroidvania games. So to say that this is more or less a linear game with great action, but this does have some branching paths and lots of secrets. So really a fantastic game, gorgeous graphics and CD quality music. Sounds good with the Castlevania series here, and yeah, really an essential game on the PC Engine. Darius Plus. The PC Engine had tons and tons of 2D shooters, Darius Plus being one of these, and yeah, not much to say about these individual series. Lots of different releases on the PC Engine. There was a promotional Darius game as well released only through, like I said, promotions, which exceeds over $1,000 easily. So that's one of the rarest games. But this is Darius Plus is really an affordable game. Many games are not really expensive at all. Just a couple of more expensive games here and there, but it's a pretty affordable system to collect for. Then we have Dungeon Master, Theron's Quest. I'm a big fan of Dungeon Master and Eye of the Beholder type of games, so I had to get this version as well, as it was released for the PC Engine. It's a modified version of the first Dungeon Master game. It's pretty much a different game, but still has many of the same features and environments that were in the original game. But this is basically a new game for the PC Engine. Far East of Eden, Kabuki Den, RPG game. Then here we have a bigger box, a limited edition of Forgotten Worlds. This includes a 3-buttoned controller that the game practically required to be played on, and a great version of an arcade classic. Nice shooting. Then QQ Tiger, a 2D shooter again. The New Zealand Story, a really charming platformer. So not just shoot 'em ups and action on the PC Engine. Did have a couple of really great platformer games as well. And this has one of the cutest heroes in any game here, with the little Kiwi here finding his family. Puzznik, pretty basic puzzle game. Rexamber 3. There were Rexamber 2 and 3 released for the PC Engine. Don't have the second game yet, but 3 is generally held in higher regard, and it's more rare and valuable as well. So really happy to have number 3 here. It is a really great looking game and plays excellent as well. But even the music it's really top notch. But I do have one major gripe with this game, and that is the shooting sound effects. And this being a 2D shoot 'em up, you're naturally shooting all the time, and it's this really high-pitched squeak that your guns put out at all the time. It's really I actually can't even play this all that much in one go, because it's really irritating. You have to just type Rexamber 3 on a YouTube search and marvel at the great graphics and listen to the great music, and just have to wonder what were they thinking when they put in those sound effects for the guns. It's really incredible. R-Type, really of course one of the biggest classics in the shoot 'em up games. This being R-Type 1 doesn't actually mean it's the first game, it's the first half of the first game. This was released in 2 parts on a hue card here, so there was also R-Type 2, which wasn't the second game, it's the second half of the first R-Type. And they eventually released the full first game, R-Type Complete, on CD. So I just have this first part here. Gotta get the second part and of course the full game later on. Space Harrier. It's pretty funny how Sega was battling it out with PC Engine, but still they released games for the system. So, but pretty nice stuff for the PC Engine. Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, and a pretty pretty much unplayable, of course, with the regular controller of the PC Engine. You really needed a 6-button controller for this, and it's a great little port, great music as it is on a CD, and many people forgot that Street Fighter 2 was released on other systems as well, and not just on the Super Nintendo, on which it was, of course, the most successful release. Super Darius, another pretty inexpensive but great shoot 'em up. Superstar Soldier, Hudson's own 2D shooter series. The other ones have been, I think pretty much all of them have been horizontal shooters, but this is a vertical shooter. Classic stuff. And then we have some truly great RPGs. Oh, well, actually I haven't played these because they are in Japanese, so I can't say how great they are by my own account, but at least the series is legendary. So Ys 1 and 2, and Ys 3, and Ys 4 was released on the PC Engine. And yeah, don't know anything what happens in these games. These were released in English localization as well on other systems, but yeah, I do like owning these on the PC Engine. And finally, like I said before, there were lots of revisions to the hardware, but there was also basically a new system released that wasn't named PC Engine. It was named the SuperGrafx in Japan, and it had its own games that played only on that hardware, but also it was backwards compatible with other PC Engine games. But there were only 5 games released for the SuperGrafx, and I have here 3 of those 5. First up, Aldean's, another horizontal shooter, great looking game in that. Then we have Battle Ace, which is an afterburner type of flying and shooting game. And finally, Daimakamura, also known as Ghouls and Ghosts, and this was for years the best home port of the Capcom arcade classic before the X68000 port came out. This SuperGrafx version was the version to go for if you liked your arcade gaming at home as close to the original as possible. And yeah, that was it for my PC Engine and SuperGrafx games. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.